Hello YouTube and welcome to episodes 11, 12, 13 and the OVA of Panty and Stocking in my reaction series. Just right off the top, I just ticked over 200 subs this morning, so pretty cool stuff. Very, very thankful for all of you for subscribing and watching the content and doing all that kind of stuff, so cheers for that. And yes, I'm doing all of the Panty and Stocking episodes. I'm clearing the rest of the show and I'm moving on to other things next week. It will be with a heavy heart that I say goodbye, but not without some laughs on the way, I do hope. So the structure of this video might be a little bit weird. My plan right now is to watch all of the episodes today, and then maybe go through them in a little more detail tomorrow. So what you'll see is in the YouTube video, it'll be all 4 episodes in a row, and then it'll be my kind of analysis, final thoughts at the end of the video. But first things first, I have to go through the comments of the latest video. Simon comments here. This show is just a full house of fetishes and no kink shaming from me, but come on. I'm with you, man. It's a little bit much. This episodes are the leftover skits before the finale, so cheaper? Noticeably, maybe not. But not worse. Feels better than most shows without style, that's all. Yeah, I agree. Don't remember terminology of it, but in volleyball after reaching 21 points, you need to make the last control point. Okay, so it's kind of like tennis. You can't be like juice. You need to definitively score 2 points to win. Okay, makes sense. About references equals joke. It's hard for me to remember any anime that's like this except for Pop Team Epic. But about media in general, using associations as a main source driving people to watch or play something is just infuriating. It's the opposite of a reference. Reference is something what you added like a surprise. If you're telling the audience the reference beforehand, it's not a reference, it's an advertisement. Through collaboration or just through your own nostalgia, which shows only lack of desire to do something yourself. They should be a complement to what you're already doing, if that makes any sense, right? Pop Team Epic is a weird comparison point, because I actually haven't seen Pop Team Epic, but what I have seen is it seems like it's like another step towards that kind of referential direction. And, you know, it's quite funny. It makes for good clips on social media and that kind of thing. But is it a piece of media that I would want to consume by itself? Potentially not. But again, I haven't seen the show. And then he finishes up here. What was I talking about again? Yes, don't watch the OVA, I beg of you. It's too late, I'm watching it. So we're going to see how that goes. I don't know why he's begging me not to watch it. Put it this way, they might, the show's already pretty raunchy and dirty and gross. And an OVA is normally more raunchy, dirty, and gross than the regular shows, so I'm expecting them to dial it up to 11. But thanks again for the support, Simon. And then the last comment here by Raymond Yoshimoto, who was here last week as well. He simply says, I love your reaction, love heart emoji. And thank you very much for commenting and watching and doing all that kind of stuff. Just a recap of the last couple episodes. Not that it's super relevant, but it's nice to just, little reminder about what happened last week. So episode 9 started with like a swimsuit beach kind of episode vibe, I thought, where they played volleyball and it was kind of anticlimactic, but it was pretty funny. I think it hit its parody points pretty well. Then we had a really strange skit, kind of this really romantic, bittersweet story about this guy that is just absolutely disgusting, like completely detestable. And yeah, you think you know where the story is going, but then it twists. It's very weird. Speaking of weird, next was In a Brief, where the perspective changed, right? You would expect this to be like a look inside Brief's body through the eyes of Panty and Stocking, and they would get jokes from that. But it actually completely takes place on the outside, and we see Garterbelt dealing with everything. And yeah, that was interesting. Next up was the 3 Chuck to the Futures, which were varying levels of parody of various things, really. And I don't know, they were admirable for not using a lot of dialogue, but other than that, I didn't think they were particularly remarkable. And then we had the music video, which was probably the best thing I saw last week, which was, obviously the thing they put the most effort into out of all of it, and I'd watch that again on my own time. It was pretty cool. Some predictions going forward for the next 4 episodes, I guess. I think there's going to be some kind of final conflict, maybe? I don't know. I was thinking something like maybe entry to heaven is offered in some way, and then it is refused/denied for some reason. That seems like pretty good stakes based on the premise of the show so far. And yeah, apparently the OVA is wild, so I'm going into it expecting that. I just wonder what I'm in for, really. Either way, I'm just going to jump into episode 11 right now. Just a little bit of shill stuff before then. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I can do to improve my presentation, comment below. And I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you would like me to follow you back and see all your tweets, and you can see mine, and it'll be sick. Rightio, keen to jump into these 4 episodes of Panty and Stocking. Rightio, got episode 11 of Panty and Stocking up here ready to go. I'll just pop that up on screen now. 25 minutes on this sucker, so strap yourselves in. And yeah, I'm just going to hit play on this. Rightio, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's shut OBS. There we go. It's the last couple times I'll get to see this opening as well, which is a little bit sad. But we'll see. Great. There's going to be some serious shit. So true. I mean, yeah. You got to do your job more. Oh no. Ooh. No, that's not what that was. Yeah. That's great. I want to picture that. That's a good like little reaction image. Yeah, what does Garterbelt do in his time off? Or classic cartoon stuff. Ooh. What's that outfit that Stocking has on? Yeah, bro, I love the beanie. Yeah, I agree. It is going to be some kind of sex dungeon. Oh, the framing here is really fun. And that shot's great too. Whoa. Oh no. Uh, some kind of Dark Souls dungeon. That animation was great. Look at him go. Hell yeah. It's not over. This, again, this is like some Dark Souls shit. Uh, that's a Da Vinci thing that can't remember the name of, but it looks like you put a key in there somewhere, which is kind of funny. The swearing. Yeah, what does Garda write about in his diary? I don't want to read that. And maybe they're gonna subvert it. Let's see. Great. I was wondering when the this parody would come in. Oh, he's sick. I love the dreads. Oh, this is cool too. Murder them all. No, I don't care. Bang. It's just Scarface. Yep, they got him. It's a little too fast paced. Mm. You're in heaven. Or not really heaven. Hmm. It's the key. Oh my god. Can't say that word anymore. A fate worse than hell. He went back in time. Oh, this song too. It's giving me neon white vibes. He's had a pretty extensive old life story. He got Minecrafted. Some kind of arc. Some kind of Moses parting the Red Sea. What else we got? An ancient Egyptian obelisk. And then he got mummified. It's fun because his hair kind of fits in with like the mummy headdress. This song's really cool too. Again, telling a story, no dialogue. Some kind of holy war. Oh my god. That's great. Like they got bored. It wasn't scandalous enough for them. Great. Yeah, self-discipline. You're late, Chuck. What does Chuck do with it? Great. Interesting. B. B. I don't know what B is. G for Garterbelt, of course. Brief? Hey, yo. I didn't even read the title next skit. I was too busy thinking. They're doing like some sitcom thing or something? What is this called? Nothing to Room. Wang Johnson. Is this like a three-wall sitcom parody? Great. All the English. Is he me? I cook very slowly as well. Hmm. I'm wondering how they get mileage of using this one room, right? I think that's what they're going for. The way you concede, the way you succeed with that is expressive character animation and good voice acting. So we'll see if they accomplish that. Stop. Panty is dead. And Chuck thinks it's quite funny. Like always. Like it's a common occurrence. I don't think this is how physics work. Oh, camera pan up. You'd end up in heaven. How high would that pole need to go again? Why don't you use your head? It's not a great understanding of physics. Oh, Betsuni. Hmm. It's as dumb as a doornail. Is he you? That is pretty lame, though. Anyway, what did I say about character animation? Yeah? Depends on the type of pervert. Just to be sure. Where's that food? Even Chuck's hungry again. Then stop eating them. It's probably right, honestly. Two whole days. Yeah, I don't want to get up, though. Oh no, she's mad. Someone's getting beaten up. Has Garterbelt died? That's cool. That little magazine page. Oh, Chuck's back. Chuck's had 2 meals in the time you've had none. Is that the same animation on Chuck? Oh, she got beat up. Chuck wasn't that hungry. That was really impressive. And you're never that hungry by the end, are ya? 10 roast chickens. Poor Chuck. It's probably Garterbelt's food, right? Oh, it's brief. Yeah, it is like late afternoon. Oh, factory's number 9. You're not very popular, Brief. I hate to tell you. Oh, it's so awkward. Oh, I feel bad for the big dog. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's so awkward. I hate it. Don't say that to Panty. No, work is not finally done. It's a lot of food. Nine and a half hours for lunch. Oh, that's sad. Why didn't he tell them that then? Anyway, it's a joke. Wow, what a celebration. The Association of Afro Brothers. So it was all for yourself. Okay, never mind. I liked him better with the dreads. I find that as well. Once you finish cooking, you're never hungry. Oh god, they're gonna get so fat again. Fuck you. It's true. They just haven't moved, Panty and Stocking. Good night. Bro, it's like a Family Guy skit where they like stay on the joke too long. Well, until next week, anyway. Yeah, the big poll idea, that'll work. Thanks. Yeah, the sugar definitely didn't help. Just food coma on the couch. Why not? And it comes full circle, doesn't it? Perfect. That was a pretty good execution of that concept, I think. It's not my favorite kind of concept in the world, like purposefully limiting yourself in a skit, which they do a lot actually now that I'm thinking about it. But it does breed creative results. Is this different? This feels different. Maybe. Yeah, it very much is different. I don't remember the firing squad. Oh my god, they're dead. Yes, the Anarchy Sisters, of course. Yeah, they're being killed in a variety of different ways. I guess there was like vultures in the last one as well and stuff. Rightio, now I've got episode 12 up and ready to go. 25 minutes and 7 seconds on this one, so gonna give it a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Rightio. Straight back in for another episode. This feels a little bit weird. I did like the last 2 skits though, I thought they were pretty good. Kind of the first one, like this expansive look at Garterbelt's past, and then the last one, like a real limiting skit, if you know what I mean. But by design, of course. Ready? What have we got now? DC Confidential. Like Datin City? That would make sense to me. Beloved by demons. Of course. Okay, he's in a cone head. He's like literally like a demon. Hell's Monkey Bloodline. Ugh. Yes, we need yearly reporting on the ghost activity. Yes, I remember. Yes, it was a big giant poo. I remember that. I love how much they hate them. Cesspool Bumpkin. I thought my video was fucking up. Literal shit ghost. Is this kind of like a recap episode? Makes sense. This one was quite funny. I liked this one. I think this would be a good like little recap. I can kind of express my thoughts about most of the skits. Yes, what was next? Ah, yes, one of my personal favorites, Queen Bee. They got a lot of good parody out of this one. Geek Name Brief. I hate the scratching. This one was okay. It was more good for the stocking panty dynamic. Yeah, keep going. Mm-hmm. No, he's just a weirdo. Then the one frame of Garterbelt. Oh god, we've been through my thoughts on this one. Sperm will always be sperm, true. This one was kind of funny. Like that frame of Stocking where she looks so distraught. That is like a foul ghost design though. Oh god, stop the scratch. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Oh yeah, this guy was one of my favorites. He was just an absolute freak. Like just JoJo posing towards you. Brief got out his big shotgun and blasted him to pieces. This one was pretty good. Oh god, it's picking up pace though. Oh god, that one was crazy. Now I remember. The memory of primordial chaos. This guy's a boomer. Get him out of here. The Transformers one, of course. The casino. His voice acting's pretty good though. Oh my god. Only Australians are allowed to say that word. Oh my god. Bring a sofa and some wine. That sounds pretty good right about now, honestly. They're watching their reruns. That's great. Oh my god, just kiss already then. So much TV inside TV stuff in the show too. Great. Awesome. What a great scene. This was a decently clever way of doing a recap episode though. Oh my god. Stay true to your curiosity. That's our rule. All right, whatever floats your boat. You guys are definitely normal. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. What was his name again? I forget. Hell's monkey bloodkin. To our utmost ability. Super tight. I need to go reflect upon my ineptitude as well. They got sent down like two like urinals or something. Zetsuba. Excuse me? This guy should really go to like a skin doctor or something. Is everybody in this show just like a freak? Panty brief. I don't know what the hell this is. The art style was kind of mad though. Repent, you poo. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus. I don't think she's slacking off. Oh, yeah? Secret project? What is it? 1,000. Who's going to be number 1,000? Censored. Well, that's kind of funny because both are censored. Anyway. I wonder where Brief's going to be involved. Congratulations. Finally saved up enough heaven coins to do what? Oh, you're free to go. There you go. One of my predictions. Back to being true. Alright. Oh, they look so cool. I don't know. You could definitely still go to heaven and do that, I guess. Oh, see ya. You got to do a makeup exam. Great. Just Panty on her own then. It's like a dream. The real name of the show. But brief is the key to all of this, you see. Oh my god. The pipeline. Still need one more, huh? But you got the kid and everything on your back. I guess that's only for detecting. Yes, who? Look, it's a revelatory moment. Oh, that shot's really cool. The colors on all the 3D objects looked awesome there. Oh, don't go to this party. This party's bad. There's no stocking to balance things out. We might leave this episode in somewhat of a, I don't know what you would call it, dire place. A real cliffhanger of sorts. Geeky boy. I mean, he can hear the music probably. Well, she failed that. Number 1000. It's everyone's favorite song. Mm. Damn, what happened? Look at this self-reflective moment. Is somebody going to be on the other side of the tank? Yep. This is Romeo plus Juliet, right? How's Garterbelt going to ruin this? Oh wait, is that Geek Boy? Could be. Yeah, it definitely is Romeo plus Juliet. That's funny. The Rock Foundation Celebrity Party. Yeah, that guy definitely doesn't look evil. Great. Just a bit of ship fuel. Oh, oh, wow. This is a twist. I didn't see this coming. Obviously crude bitch. Oh my god. Oh, you're some kind of demon. Hindering our noble plan. Everyone's like, what the hell's going on? I mean, it's always been a 2v2, now it's a 2v1, right? I don't think this is going to work for you, Panty. I'm going to be dead ass. Oh my god. It's actually a pretty cool fight. Oh, no power left. You have no power here. Oh, the faces here are great. Oh yeah, roll that R. Oh, what a hero. You geek boy. This episode has to be ending soon, right? Not the correct way to phrase it. It's me, geek boy. Yeah, you should wear your hair up more often. You saved the day. Driving on that 10-lane highway through the hills. Oh, look at this. This is classic too. What was stocking the motorhead? Is that the name of the car? I never knew that. I didn't know that. Oh, let's go to this abandoned cabin and have my 1000 sex. The lack of music here is pretty great, though. Bit of tension. Wow. I don't think I'm ready to see the moon in a trigger show again. At least not for a while. Why does he stutter with his hair down? It doesn't make any sense. Geek boy. Oh no, he's hot. This song too. Great. Yeah, don't show me the moon. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see this either. That's, yeah, great. Keep that shit on top of that. I don't want to see Geek Boys anything. Good old brief. It's the wave. Is he too enamored? Not enamored, endowed? That's the word. Alert. Of course, why not? Not corset. One of the great battles of our time. Since then. Of course, it's the Hell's Monkey Kin. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Garterbelt and brief. It's the key. That's kind of clever. A little bit of lore. No. We've been thwarted. We need stocking. No, not Geek Boy. No, I've lost my power. This is truly our lowest point. Our merciless attack begins now. No way. That's the first time we've seen a to be continued. Very cool. Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, pretty much what I expected there. We're gonna, end on a bit of a cliffhanger leading into the last bit. I kind of like how the story's progressed. There's actually been some pretty good reveals and stuff, which is nice. Again, you expand the kind of out of the skit format and into a more, traditional TV format, you're going to get better reveals and that kind of thing because they just have more time to set stuff up. But of course, you can't have as much fun as the skit format, of course, because it doesn't make sense, it wouldn't be cohesive. But we got to see our thrilling conclusion. Got episode 13 up here ready to go. It's on screen. 25 minutes and 12 seconds is the time code. And I'm going to give it a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. Last episode in the regular season of Panty and Stocking. We're here right at the end. I'm happy I've done all this last part like right in a row. It's actually felt pretty cohesive, which is not something I thought I'd say about it. Alright, where are we now? We're going to need Stocking to come back or something, right? Damn. What a turncoat. We hate Garterbelt. We stan somebody else. We stan Panty. Just this like absolute lowest point. It's like completely raining, completely like covered in garbage in the trash. A condom, of course. Oh, just a bunch of animals fucking around her. What is this? Oh my god. What a frame. Please don't throw up. I don't want to see. Okay. At least it's like pink. Grayscale. Yes, I remember previously. Alert. Mm-hmm. Yep. Regeneration. Yep, definitely. I always knew the brief was the key to all of this. Yes, this is footage I saw literally 5 minutes ago. This remix of the main theme is really cool, though. Okay, it's been a few days. What is this? She's moved to the country? Maybe? The teeth. Oh, she looks like she's having a good time. What is happening? No, I mean, it's not her character. Does seem nice, though. No qualms. Oh, wait. What is this insane law? Oh my god, Sam's dead. Didn't he get shot in the chest? Yeah. No, Geek Boy. This like fake backstory is so good. Is his brain like hanging out of his head? One of the top anime death scenes of all time. The fight looks really cool though. Yeah, hell yeah. I will murder you all. But I still don't have my gun, so. Oh. Yeah, nice movie set. Great. Did he set up like a fake backstory to motivate her to keep doing the plot? Great. His all important key between his legs. He loves his bondage. I remember that part. Oh my god. Bit of CBT going on. I don't know what I expected the climax to be, but this is, this is pretty much it. Yes, get them, Panty, my queen. Oh, she's sick. Yes, what can you possibly do? But I still have something else. Out of character regrets hold me down. Yes, our queen. Wow. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Great. That face is great. And we're all just gonna watch, are we? It's boiling hot. Oh my god. Just while they watch, why not? My second virginity, of course. His face was so funny. Who's playing this guy? He's great. I don't even know what their plan was. No, yes. Queen Stocking. Yes, powered up angel stocking. Great. The other remix of the opening. Get out of my sight and fuck in the sky. Oh my goodness. Great. I just don't want any graphic images of it, please. Do like a firework or something. Something like ridiculous. Ha! I preferred the poll method. Oh, the music. Oh, you guys are fucked now. Wow. To be continued. Oh, in the last part of the skit. Bitch girls to bitch. Of course. Oh, that's very cool. This is yeah, big Kill la Kill vibes. That looks awesome. Oh my goodness. They're popping off. Go trigger go. Had to dodge that guy. Keikakudori. The fly sound effects are very funny. Oh my goodness. No, their plan got activated by mistake. It's like some Sauron's tower shit. Oh god, he's trapped. Oh, his face. Gotcha, Bert. Yeah, look at this, like, Oblivion Tower. Scar gets, like, cock and ball tortured, like, half the episodes. No, not Daten City. That's pretty cool how the two towers that we've always seen now part of the gate. Half these people honestly deserve to die, so. Oh, that's actually sick. Again, it reminds me of all the thread stuff in Kill la Kill. Yeah, they definitely kept a bunch of budget for this, didn't they? Oh my god. He's the bondage champ. Oh my god. Talk about tacky. Yes. He's powered up. Back to his primordial form. You're the submissive one. Great. Oh my god, it's Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies. Ugh. That's kind of gross. Immoral hotel. Oh, it's acidic. No, it's ruining the city. I can't help but notice that the design of that creature is a little bit curious as well. No, I'm more powerful than that. Gotta roll that R on rule. Great. It's fun because you know when Panty and Stocking don't give a fuck that they're gonna win. Like just relentlessly confident. Great. I was hoping that would come back. Garterbelt's dead for good. This guy's such a trigger villain, honestly. Oh no, he's dead. He had to die someday. Ugh. It is just very gross. Dead serious when it comes to screwing around. I sense an action scene. It's a golden ticket. Don't you say that to him. Oh my god. I thought there was a little demon inside here. Unlimited heavens. Look at all these things we're going to buy when we get to heaven. All they had to do the whole time was just kill Garterbelt and they would have been fine. Oh my god, the animation though. Incredible? No, we don't give a fuck about you guys. Thanks, Chuck. Yes, surely. Yeah, we would never do that. I was hoping we'd see this one more time too. The true magical girls of all time. There they are. Oh my goodness. What was that symbol? Yeah, look at this trigger shit. Giant drill will pierce the holes of the heavens or whatever the Gurren Lagann. Anyway. No, we're angels. Glorious. Oh my god. Yeah, they aimed it the wrong way. Now we're calling down everybody else? Great. This is the human realm. Godzilla-sized cock and ball torture. Courtesy of this lady. Lady? Yeah, whoever that is. That's fun. Great. Alright, just zip it back up. Should be right. This is the true power of heaven. Yes, what was that? That was very strange. Mum? That was their mother. This song's great too. Oh my god. Teddy Lloyd, dude. Oh, great. And then they just reverse the footage. Bro, did he have the Smash logo on him? That's crazy. Garterbelt for Smash. Oh my god, this song's amazing. Almost exactly as planned. Oh god, it's covered in a mysterious white liquid. So yeah, this show's coming back, huh? Weird. Still got scanty knee socks there though. Is that it? Yeah. That show was pretty good. I didn't know how they were going to do like a big trigger-esque climax for it, and they did. They pulled it off. That's very cool. Yeah, the closest like comparison to this show is definitely Kill la Kill, but they're so different still. Oh, look at this Batman symbol. I've kind of missed that, or maybe it's just a bat, I guess. And now we're onto the OVA. So if that wasn't dirty enough for you, apparently this one's even more gross. So, actually, I might check the length of the OVA, and then it might do it tomorrow if it's too long, because I am running out of time a little bit. Oh, post credit. I like how they're all just like naked. Oh my god. Insane twist. Look at his face. Yes, it isn't, no. What the hell? Oh, are you? What? Great. Yeah, they're like, what the hell? And I agree. To be continued next season, 10 years later. How long's this thing? Oh, 8 minutes? We can do 8 minutes. Okay. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know what to expect here. In sanitary box. Heroine interview. Yes, the Giants. Great. What a celebrity. Yeah, kinda. What is she going to do? I mean, yeah, that's pretty expected. Uh, look at Stocking. Yep. Okay. That's one skit. Geek of the Dead. Well, we already did a zombie one, so. Oh, okay. So this is like a continuation of the zombie one. Oh my god. I wonder the way this was released. Was it just on the Blu-ray or something? Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be pretty painful. He just got shitted out. Yeah, that is pretty gross. In the end, what a story. Map of Daten City. Yes, of course. Great. Yes, I remember. This is the real Fox Studios. I do remember Daten Beach. The two cherries. Come on, man. Stop. I remember this scene as well. Oh my god. Go, go, boy. Thanks for your input. Oh, the part 4 we were all waiting for. Chuck to the future, baby. Yeah, that's a boob mountain. What is this like bootleg Mario? I'd play this. I'm not that shameful. You suck. You didn't even get that many points. Wait, you put another quarter in or something? Oh, he's speedrunning. He's sick. Ugh. I didn't like the inside of that. That's fun. Because you actually do that in Mario to to grind one-ups, right? Oh, look at the points. He's gone crazy. Oh, and the castle's their home. Oh man, 10 years in the making. Chuck to the Future Part fucking 8. Brothers of the Roundhead. Oh my goodness. Uh I don't want to eat deep fried foreskin, please. That's so gross. Don't eat him. Stocking. What are we doing? District B? It's like District, oh my, what am I looking at? I'm not enjoying this one very much. Stop. Hey yo. Garterbelt is one, he needs to be put in some kind of home. Stop. I hope you're having a good time. I like his little bath hat there, though. The bad hairdresser wife. Oh, I've had gum in my hair before. It's no fun at all. Yep, guess you're gonna need a haircut. That's not a bad haircut. It's a pretty good design. Alright, they're getting worse. Oh my god, she got murdered. There you go. I've got blood hair. Perfect. One more for the road. A bitchy flash. Oh, is this where we get our fan service? Oh no, they're just weird. Oh god, I hate looking at it. I hate looking at it. Oh my god, why? Who made this? They need to be put in prison. Oh my goodness. Why? Who made this? They were deranged and on drugs and like very weird. Good. Now sweep it up. There it is. They were in the sanitary box all along. Yeah, that certainly was an OVA. Radio, so now you'll catch up with me tomorrow, and I'll go through the episodes and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like about those episodes. But thanks for watching for now, and I'll catch you tomorrow, which is like 5 seconds from now, so bye. And we're back. It is now the next day, and I'm going to get these episodes up here and have a little look. Just upon reflection, after, sleeping on it and thinking about the show again, I think it really does work. Kind of more as like a bizarre, crazy comedy type show. But I think the thing that impressed me the most was all the production stuff. I think it's a stellar production. I know this show underperformed initially, but I think it's grown a little bit of stature in time, and people are, kind of looking at it in a bit of a different light, which is nice. Some killer music, great character design, some great faces, that kind of stuff. Just great comedy. There's some missteps, and we'll go through them. Oh, there's less missteps here more previously, which I've gone through in the past. But yeah, overall, would I recommend this show? Depends on the type of person, but yes, I would recommend it. It is quite funny. It's very enjoyable, and I greatly appreciated my time with the show, short it may be. And there's more of this coming, apparently, which is kind of crazy. Let me just verify that, actually. Yes, it is. It seems there's been no new news since it kind of got announced. Technically got announced again in 2016, but the rights went from Gainax to Trigger, and now Trigger can work on it, and yeah, that's the way we want it to go, I think. Because I don't even know what Gainax is doing at the moment. Ugh. But I'm kind of stalling, so let me get that back up on screen. And yeah, we're just going to go through it. Going to talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and all that kind of stuff. The first skit today is Once Upon a Time in Garterbelt. This is kind of important for setting up the final conflict, or at least the whole key thing that we have going on. Because there's the B and then has the key right there at the end. That's an important story element going forward. Kind of this Garterbelt backstory in a way. The episode's title is a parody of Once Upon a Time in America. The monkeys touching Garterbelt is a reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yes, Scarface reference, of course. Yeah, again, like a lot of Panty and Stocking, it's a lot of references to different things that aren't always attached to each other in a great way. But I thought it was charming enough this time anyway. So the plot of the episode kind of starts that, hey, you guys aren't performing the way you're supposed to perform and all this kind of stuff, right? Pretty standard Panty and Stocking affair. And then we see that Chuck gets his hands on a little kind of ball gag toy. It's like, oh yeah, it's just a religious item. It's fine. And then they're like, this could be our chance to get Garterbelt off our backs. We could get some dirt on him. So late at night, they kind of trail Garterbelt into his dungeon under the altar, trying to spot him doing some nefarious things, I'm sure. I think I mentioned in the reaction portion that I really like the outfits here. I love the skull kind of beanie that Stocking has on there. Such a style icon, that Stocking. This was some great framing too, them going down the stairs, just the camera panning down. Pretty simple stuff, but very effective. And then it turns out the whole place is booby-trapped, and it's kind of like a Dark Souls dungeon in a way, right? They just keep walking past, and different enemies and traps keep popping up and that kind of thing. It's very funny that he would put this much protection around his sex dungeon, per se. Like, there's some fantastic animation here whilst they're running. Like some of this stuff here. Just kind of looks incredible. Like, they didn't need to put that much effort into it. So they finally get to the end here, and this is the Vesuvian Man. I think I remember now. And he has his penis as a key. Very important stuff. I do enjoy the what's the word? Out of nowhere swearing that they do as well, especially the English versions of it. It's quite funny. I find it enjoyable, at least. And then they get a hold of his diary, and that's when we kind of pop into the second half of the skit, which is following Garterbelt's backstory when he was just a kid on the mean streets of Datton City. Kind of get a good look at his character design there. He's kind of rocking the dreads instead of the afro he's rocking now. And he's kind of living a life of sin, hooking up with lots of women, lots of drugs, doing drug deals, killing people, all sorts of stuff. We see the very obvious Scarface parody here, where he gets shot up and kind of sent to heaven. He's got the dunce cap on, This kind of stuff reminds me of Neon White. I don't know if you've played that game, but it's quite good. So he doesn't wish to go to heaven. He thinks he would deserve hell a lot more, but they give him a punishment worse than hell, which is kind of reliving history in a way, right? All these worst moments and getting maimed each and every time. Here he is getting chased by a dinosaur, and then here's the 2001 reference that I was talking about. There's a bunch of references to biblical events, and then he also just gets turned into a mummy. So they're just doing whatever they want, really. I like how his afro kind of fits the ancient Egyptian headdresses they wear as well. I think that's quite good. So the joke of the scene is that the story gets so long and arduous, and that he says, this is part one of my grand journey through life. And of course, our two main characters, Panty and Stocking, they get bored by this and, think, we could be doing literally anything else right now. So they get up and they do literally anything else and walk away. But as it turns out, it was a sex dungeon the whole time because it is a Panty and Stocking episode and we need to have a reference to that kind of stuff. He's a bit of an S&M freak, which shouldn't come as a surprise if you watch the rest of the show up to this point. I just don't like how Chuck is involved in the whole thing. Don't implicate the animals in it, please. And here's that reference I was talking about. So you've got the G key here, which is the one that Garterbelt's been, the reference on the piece of paper that he's been seeing all through his kind of backstory there. And then the B key, which is brief. It's what is the Hell's Monkey bloodline or something? Whatever they say eventually. Which is, of course it's a character we know. It wouldn't make any sense if it wasn't a character we know. Now, the next skit here is Nothing to Room. Now, this is the last kind of pure comedy skit of the rest of the show, I think. The rest are kind of linked together in a way. Now, kind of with the Chuck to the Future stuff, we had a limiting factor to their creativity, and that was a lack of dialogue. And that was used as kind of an engine to create more, expansive stuff, right? We need to tell a story without dialogue. That's our limiting factor. Let's see what we can do with that and still see if it can be entertaining. Here they have a different limiting factor, and that's that the camera needs to be placed on this one room. It's not different shots of this one room. It is the same shot of this one room. I think the camera pans up once. I think that's the most camera movement we get in the whole thing. So you kind of see it here in the kind of red silhouette. This is the room that they're going to be in the entire time. Now, for this kind of thing to work, I think I said in the reaction portion, there needs to be, a pretty compelling voice performances and pretty compelling character animation, right? These are the things that carry you if you are limiting other creative factors in the animation. And I think they hold up their end of the bargain. I don't think the story is especially good, but I think that Panty and Stocking, both of their VAs are fantastic, and they bounce off each other well, and, it's pretty inane dialogue-wise. Let me just start getting through it. So it starts off and it's a lazy kind of Sunday, and they're going to have a lunch at some point. Garterbelt is making a lunch for them. And they're getting increasingly more hungry and irritated at the TV and all sorts of stuff. Kind of Chuck enters the scene multiple times and starts chowing down on some food, which, eggs the girl's hunger on even more. She gets her hand stuck in a Pringles box and really enjoys herself, which was strange. I like Panty's idea here about creating a pole that's going to sit and make its way all the way up to heaven, and then Stocking just casually pokes holes in the theory with the most simple questions. I think it's pretty funny. And of course it's a pole because, it's Panty and Stocking. And this is where kind of the camera pans up, right? It's we can go all the way up here, and it's oh yeah, we'll be in space, in heaven, of course. And this is kind of what I mean with the character animation, right? This, I have it paused right now. I can tell exactly what each character is thinking in this scene. That's some good stuff. Keep chowing down on these Pringles or whatever their equivalent is. Pringles aren't going to fill you up, by the way. They're just, it's a snack. It's not a meal. As Chuck brings in his second load of food here, Panty and Stocking, just Panty, starts reading some of these adverts in these magazines for food, and that's when they start ordering it. Oh yeah, Stocking at some point went to go pester Garterbelt about the food as well. Got a big bonk on the head. And here they are, ordering way too much food because they're hungry right now, and of course, order a bunch of food when you're hungry. When it gets here, you're not this hungry anymore. And when I say a lot of food, it's a lot of food. You can read all the dialogue here. They just go a little bit crazy. Once they finish ordering, the lighting in the room changes. This is one of the main, differences in the color palette of the room, and kind of indicates that a little bit more time has passed. Still no lunch. It's still being cooked. I think by the end they say it's 9.5 hours that they've been waiting, which is way too long for lunch, obviously. Oh, this is when it gets sad. So Garterbelt invited Brief, right? And it's oh, I thought we were having a lunch party. And then it's yeah, well, there's no lunch, so it's just awkward, right? They don't want to talk to Brief. Brief is just there for the party, and it's just awful. I haven't been in Brief's situation before, but I've seen Brief's situation play out, and it's just always so awkward. He tries to make small talk about the TV show. It's I don't even know what's on TV. I don't care. It's just refusing to engage with him at all. It's so sad. Oh yeah, and I'm just getting this joke now, right? Then Panty comes in and is obviously super into the show, and then Stocking engages with her. So she knew what he was talking about, she just didn't want to talk to him. All of the food gets delivered, and of course it's way too much food. And then Garterbelt brings in all the food he's been making all day. Oh yeah, there's also a revelation there at some point where Brief says, "Oh yeah, he's been making it to appreciate you guys. It's for all your hard work and kind of a final congratulations before the events of the next two episodes happen." But it turns out he'd just been accepted as a great member of the Afro Society or something, and he was making it all for himself. That kind of adds to the two girls feeling bad as all the food gets delivered, because, they thought, oh shit, he's been making all this food for us. If he sees all the food we got delivered, he's going to be unimpressed. And then it's like, you have to eat all the food, otherwise you're like fired or something, they say. And they do just that and get really fat. It's, not the first time they've gotten really fat in this show, but anyway. I like the cat stuffed animal there, kind of, in the scene, it's used a lot. And right there, you see it's got a fork in it, bit of food on the head, it's stuffed, like everybody else. And then the episode kind of ends, or the skit kind of ends, but the same line as the start of the skit, kind of bringing it full loop, kind of about Stocking's relationship or something to that effect. So, did they fulfill their end of the bargain on the kind of one-shot scenario, right? It could be a little bit of a sitcom parody as well. I might have a read of that fandom page. Either way, I think they succeeded with what they set out to do, and it was quite entertaining throughout. Again, I can point to lots of examples of this kind of artistic structure, right? Purposely limiting yourself as a technique in other stuff as well. BoJack Horseman does it a ton, specifically with an episode that takes place in one scene and an episode where there's no dialogue. So sometimes animators just like to challenge themselves, and I don't think that this kind of show is a bad way to do that. Either way, let me get up this fandom page. This episode's title is a reference to the comedy Nothing to Lose. What the hell is that? It's a 1997 film that I have no idea what it is. Oh, Factory Division and Factory Order are references to Joy Division and New Order. And their record label is Factory Records. Okay. I actually enjoy both of those bands, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any specific references. I thought it was talking a little bit more around a kind of three-wall sitcom, but nothing there really. Either way, on to episode 12 now. The first skit of episode 12 is called DC Confidential, which, could be a reference to a number of things. Either way, it's kind of just the mayor used as a framing device for a recap episode. And he kind of discovering all of the things that the Anarchy Sisters, not the Anarchy Sisters, the Damon Sisters did to try to stop the Anarchy Sisters and how they didn't quite work. It's not a bad conceit for a recap episode, but it still is a recap episode. And they, your mileage may vary. I think it's a pretty good one, but again, still a recap episode. The only kind of plot relevant stuff happens at the end towards Brief, but we'll get to that. So we kind of see the mayor here for one of the first times we actually see his face, and he's pretty freaky looking. He continually pulls his ear and scratches his side, kind of indicating that he's not having a great time listening to all of this. It increases tension, and it's like your boss watching you report something. It's pretty nerve-wracking. The same way that the mayor here is upset with the Damon Sisters could be seen as the same way Garterbelt is upset with the Anarchy Sisters when they don't quite complete their job correctly either. It's a good little bit of mirroring there. And yeah, we just kind of go through all the different things that happened, all the different ghosts. This scene here can kind of be seen as a reference later when the main villain kind of gets bondaged to death. So there's a little bit of a foreshadowing there. Oh yeah, and then the Demon Sisters do some weird sex stuff, which is their prerogative, but I don't know, bit strange. Yeah, and this is when the mayor kind of sees Brief and gets that idea around the Hell's Monkey bloodline. Then Panty and Brief is the next skit here. Let me just go back to that fandom page quickly. The episode's title is a reference to the American film LA Confidential, of course. And yeah, it doesn't really have much there else for DC Confidential. But Panty and Brief. Yep, the aquarium homage to the 1996 adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. Panty's plan to have sex with 1,000 men before returning to heaven is most likely a reference to B Gata HK, which I don't know what that is, but sure. Actually, I think I might. Is it an ecchi manga? I think, maybe. Panty's entire outfit may be a homage to the outfit Tiger wears in Toradora. I think I'll look out for that. Brief says, "I'm not your doll anymore" to his father. Rei Ayanami says the same thing to her father, Gendo Ikari, in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Father. But anyway, no Evangelion spoilers here. Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. Yeah, so we kind of get the first little look here is that Stocking's, doing all the ghost busting and Panty's too busy trying to nail 100 men. 1,000 men. Excuse me, 100 is child's play. Garterbelt kind of tells him, hey, your mission on Earth, it's finished, you're free to go, you've collected enough coins, all good to go. So they, get dressed up like this, look at their outfits, they're still style icons, of course. But only Stocking gets taken up, and Panty is left below because she is such a lecherous nymphomaniac. So then, she has to kind of team up with Brief, which is, it's Brief, so of course he's not going to do anything. So as kind of Panty leaves Brief to do all the things, she does all the things as well. She's got this kind of pipeline of dudes. Brief gets invited to a party mysteriously, but decides to go on the condition that he can take Panty with him. Oh yeah, I kind of see the Toradora in this. Okay. So Panty's out here looking for men to hook up with, but Geek Boy gets taken away. So she keeps trying to fuck other dudes, but Garterbelt keeps cock blocking, or I don't know what the equivalent would be. Until, we get this aquarium scene, and we see this mysterious man on the other side. Oh, it's like a fated love, of course. Now, who could this be? With such beautiful eyes. So the engagement of the father there, who's kind of running the party, with the mayor's daughter. That's what they're kind of announcing, and this is the mayor's son. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out it was Brief. Like, of course it is. Anyway, shit kind of hits the fan as their plan starts not working, and they kind of reveal themselves. Hey, it's the Demon Sisters, we're going to team up with you and kind of take you out. Or team up against you and take you out. For some reason, her backlace isn't working, her main weapon, so she can't really compete with these two at the moment, for a multitude of reasons. It's also a 2v1. But then Brief saves the day. He gets out his little, it's like a fire extinguisher or something, and kind of blows smoke everywhere, and they escape. And this is where Panty starts to figure it out. Hey, it was actually Geek Boy the whole time. Oh no, I was falling for him. It's almost like looks can be deceiving or something. I don't know. Here plays out a decent kind of romantic scene, I thought. I mean, it's obviously in jest, tongue-in-cheek, of course. But, it sets the vibe right. I like the lack of music, kind of builds tension in a nice way. It's a bit of a handhold here, and then it's like, I want you to be my 1,000th. How romantic. But it doesn't work out for Panty, as there's some weird hymen thing going on. Anyway, it's gross. And the mayor walks out. It's like, oh, keikakudori. This was my plan the whole time. Of course I wanted you to bone this child and then get his key dick to awaken and also simultaneously lose your powers. And anyway, it's weird. And this kind of represents a lowest point for Panty as we lead into the climax. I've praised previously this show's ability to tell a story like this in a limited format, and I think they kind of hold up their end of the bargain here as well. It's, pretty good, even though, as I said before, it is tongue-in-cheek. So with no powers to speak of, and no Brief, and the end of the world imminent, what are our heroes to do? On to episode 13, I say. The two episodes' titles in this one are reference to bad boys, and that is Bitch Girls. Bitch Girls 1 and Bitch Girls 2. Panty recovers from her powerless state, similar to how Heidi does in Girl of the Alps. I have no clue what that is, but sure. It is an animated television series from the 80s. From the 80s? From the 70s. Yeah, it seems to be a very specific reference, and it's not strange that I don't know what they're talking about. Ah yes, the main villain's name is Corset, of course. Corset's plan was to arrange a marriage between Brief and Scanty, and then use Brief's penis atop the tower to release the key, an eldritch abomination, which is a reference to Ghostbusters. Okay, I kind of see that. They really emphasize this lowest point here. I like it just continually rains, and then Garterbelt kicks her out, and then she's walking along, and then the bird shits on her, and then a bunch of other shit happens, and the rain falls harder, and then she's sleeping in a dumpster, and then there's animals jump out and push her out of the dumpster. Use condom on her head because, of course, she's kind of haunted by all these images of sex and blah, 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 blah. Starts throwing up everywhere. It's a lowest point. Of course, they're going to lay it on pretty thick. This is in line with a lot of other trigger shows that do a very lowest point before the kind of everything comes together and they reach a glorious climax. I'm thinking Kill la Kill, I'm thinking Gridman, I'm thinking even the recent Cyberpunk Edge Runners, they all do this. So it's nice to see that kind of mirrored here as well. We even see Panty's halo kind of flicker out and then fall from her head. And that's when we awaken in this reference to, what was it, Girl of the Alps from the 70s. I like the way this plays out. It's, It's pretty funny. I like how overdramatic it is, and then at the end, it's revealed that, of course, it was all an elaborate sham put on by Garterbelt to give her motivation to actually try and, complete her thing. It's like Garterbelt's manufacturing everything in the story. It's actually kind of funny. It's like, okay, the story needs a moment like this here to motivate her to do these things so Panty can kind of continue on her way and save the day. I never knew life could be so full of happiness. Thanks, Granny. And then Granny kind of has old pictures where she looks similar to Panty, and anyway, it's very weird. And then Granny gets shot in the head by some bikers. And I like whatever this guy's name is in the background. I think it might be Sam, where he just continually gets like shot in the chest and the brain, and they all start falling out of his head, but he still keeps fighting. It's pretty funny. Just as they're kind of having this dramatic moment. It's like Sam doesn't fucking matter. It's all about the granny. Panty escapes on the motorbike to go to the main scene of the episode. Then it's like, cut, everyone pack it up. Geez, talk about a high maintenance angel, and then she's getting a bunch of different things given to her. Anyway, it's funny. And yeah, Garterbelt's like, oh, keikakudori, everything's going according to plan. And then later on, it's like, everything is still kind of going according to plan. And then right at the end of the episode, it's like, this is definitely not the plan. I think in reference to the end of the episode, actually, I think I just read that the kind of preview that they showed for Panty and Stocking Season 2 has all the pieces of Panty kind of coming back together. So she's going to still be in the show, and then Stocking kind of gives her two middle fingers. So they're still going to be chasing each other. So kind of that setup for Season 2 is going to persist. It's just going to come in a different form. I wonder if they were ever going to make a show that actually just starred Brief. That would have been pretty bad. I wouldn't like to watch that at all. Anyway, Brief right here, he's getting cock and bull tortured to death to try to open the key. That's when Panty arrives, starts doing a really trigger speech about how she doesn't give a fuck. She's going to beat everybody. I do whatever I want, whenever I want. And it's like, oh yeah, we're just going to watch you have sex with him. Oh, okay. And then they do. And it's like, stop them! And then, very awesome reveal. Stocking comes down from the heavens and kind of saves the day. You can already kind of see it in the eyes that she isn't the same, though. That's kind of fun. So yeah, she's going to protect Panty while she has sex. I don't know, this can be seen as kind of ironic, considering that she didn't go to heaven for having too much sex. Anyway, it's kind of funny. We're going to have a bed that pierces the heavens. And that's when, Panty kind of achieves angelhood as well, gets her own wings, and her guns start working again. And now it's going to be like a really awesome action sequence. Yeah, this big 3D model kind of spiraling around it here. This is just awesome. It's just fantastic animation. Like, this is where they blew most of their budget right here. Even later on, it looks pretty good as well. But this is some seriously good fighting stuff. These guys don't play around when it comes to fights, anyway. But in all the fighting, they kind of let Brief fall from his bed in the clouds onto this thing and puts his dick in the keyhole. And this is bad. It kind of spawns like an Oblivion Tower, and then like shit starts to hit the fan. But the whole time this is happening, Panty and Stocking are kind of treating it with a little bit of disrespect. Like, they're always in control. And, that kind of helps the audience's heart settle a little bit. Not that it's ever that important, but I had no doubt in my mind this whole thing that they were going to win. The surprising stuff comes post-credits, but anyway. I like how much they kind of warp New Datton City here, all the tentacles that shoot out a mysterious white liquid, and kind of this big penis monster rising out of hell to kind of pierce the heavens. This is when the main villain triggers himself as well. He, super bondages up and becomes really strong. Oh yeah, and then Garterbelt fucking dies. Yeah, right here, he fucking dies. Oh, and here he fucking dies again. This causes Brief to plead with the sisters to please get serious. This is some serious stuff. The whole world's gonna end right now. And that causes Chuck to get serious, and this is super hyper Chuck, and he's really cool. I wonder if this is a reference to kind of the demon that's living in his head, that he has kind of this ghostly form as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. They get Garterbelt's black card for heaven and start ordering a bunch of stuff from heaven, probably using all of the heaven coins that they've accrued. Yeah, they're kind of riding Chuck up this giant, phallic, demonic creature. They get to the very top and start powering up. They kind of put together the most trigger weapon I've ever seen in my life that they both wield together. It's going to shoot and destroy our main villain. Let's do this. And the weapon fires the wrong way. It fires itself into heaven. They didn't turn the weapon the right way. They'd never used it before. I thought that was quite humorous in the moment. Now instead, this causes something different to fall from the heavens, and I don't know what the deal with this is. Skip this part. Either way, heaven kind of cock and ball torches hell in a way, right? Just kind of steps on the penis. The implication, they say, oh yeah, that's mother. Don't really know what that means. I wonder if it's one of the people in the studio that is dressed up like that, or something to that effect, and that's why they call them mother, because they're the creator of them. Literally. Yep, and the whole city's destroyed, but, you know, we came out okay in the end. And then, yeah, the main credits play, and you're like, oh yeah, all's well that ends well. You know, we'll be together forever. This post-credit scene plays where they're all kind of naked and just walking back to the church. And Stocking slices the fuck out of Panty, like completely. Like, just murders Panty. It's so random, it's so out of nowhere, it's hilarious. We see that the main villain potentially lives on through Brief's penis or something. And Stocking says that she was actually a demon. I don't know where that came from, but sure. Now we're going to go to the nearby town of Otten City and do something else and find this different key and do the same plot again. Like the Demon Sisters were completely in the dark about it as well, and they're just like, what the fuck? And yeah, of course, Garterbelt's like, move out, everybody, we're going to attack. And that's where we kind of end off. So what did I think about Panty and Stocking, the regular season overall, before I say a few things about the OVA? Yeah, again, very enjoyable. You would have to be a certain kind of person to like this show. It's very referential. It is quite random, very disgusting, very dirty. Not for the faint of heart. But if you are into those things and are impressed by anime production stuff as well, this is kind of the show for you. Again, I have no idea how they're going to write this shit in 2022 when they can't get away with nearly as much of this kind of stuff. But I digress. It's their problem to solve. So yeah, all in all, good recommendation. Looking forward to season 2, I guess, whenever that may be. Especially with Trigger coming off the back of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is anime of the year, or should be. Yeah, it's pretty impressive stuff. And yeah, looking forward to seeing more. Speaking of more, let me bring up the OVA so I can shit on it for a few minutes. Now, all of you people that said, hey, don't watch the OVA, it's not very good, you were right. It isn't very good. So let me just pop it up here. We go through various little skits here, most of which are pretty forgettable. In this one, Panty kind of goes to a baseball game. Coincidentally, I support the Giants in the AFL, so it's kind of fun seeing her say, whoa, go Giants. I might take a screenshot of that or something. That's pretty fun. Anyway, she goes to this baseball game and does things. I don't know, it's not even like a hot OVA, right? Like somebody's like jerkety smirking it to this, like, what are we doing here? Then we kind of get the follow-up here to kind of the Of the Dead episode, which is where they all turn into zombies, and it's kind of a really weird non sequitur. Brief is kind of taking the opportunity to talk with Panty where she won't just shit on him all the time. Which again is pretty sad. This is the map of Daten City. It's kind of just a reveal of a bunch of the different locations that we've seen throughout the show so far. Through the lens of Garterbelt also being a creepy weirdo where he's preying on young boys, it seems like. Or they're in on it too. Anyway, Garterbelt's weird. Chuck to the Future 4, which has nothing to do with the other Chuck to the Futures. It's just a Mario parody with a bunch of dicks and boobs and dicks everywhere. This one did absolutely nothing for me. Like, what are we doing here, guys? Come on. This is what I'm talking about, where the reference is the entire joke. Like, what if Mario with Chuck, but there's dicks? Like, that's not a good joke. Come on, guys. We're better than this. This is the one where they cut off a bunch of babies' foreskins and then deep fry them and turn them into chips, which Stocking eats, which is just filthy. Like, what did I expect? I mean, but it's not the filthiest skit. That's the next one. Yeah. I think the less said about this one, the better. Like, just the green water in the background too. It's just disgusting. Vomit worthy. Then there's the one where kind of Panty cuts Stocking's hair because she gets some gum stuck in it.
I actually thought some of these looks were decent. Like, this is a decent design. I don't know, maybe they'll do some haircuts next season. But anyway, Panty cuts too much hair. Stocking retaliates by cutting the scalp off her head, the blood leaving the rest of her hair looking fine. I don't know, it's very short, little skit. Not really even worth talking about. Then there's the last skit, Bitch Flash. Which again, I'm like, here we go. This is the kind of etchy OVA that we've all been waiting for, baby. Here it is. And then they're just like weird puppets, and it's like disgusting. This is whoever made this should be put in prison. Like it's so fucked. And in the end, they all get broken up and shattered, and then put in the sanitary box, and thus the skit is called "Panty and Stocking in Sanitary Box." Yeah. Whenever people say from now on not to watch the OVAs, I'm not going to watch the OVAs because yikes. I hope this was just a Blu-ray extra and nobody had to like actually pay for this. Either way, that concludes our time with Panty and Stocking. Again, I kind of said my piece a little bit earlier, but yeah, it's a good show. I would recommend it. I don't know what I would give it out of 10, but fairly high. High 7, something like that. Anyway, next week I will be starting Symphogear in this slot, so be excited for that if you are a Symphogear fan. It's been a long time coming since the kind of debacle with the last poll, so yeah, I hope the support on the series is good, and I'm excited to watch it. It seems very much up my alley, so yeah, but I'll talk about a lot of that next week before I watch the first episode. Rightio, thank you very much for watching today. I know it was a little bit of a weird format, but I hope it works for you. And yeah, anybody that found this channel through this show, I hope you guys stick around, and just whenever you see a show that tickles your fancy, just remember my name. Something like that anyway. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and I'll just do my show stuff quickly actually. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I can do to improve my presentation, comment below. And I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like a follow back. Rightio, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Catch you later, bye.